Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Sashni.
Now, Anglo American CEO believes that South Africa still has untapped potential and that it is underexplored.
Yeah, and he referred to it as extraordinary untapped potential and a great endowment that we've got here, and definitely underexplored, and that was Duncan Van Blatt. So I'm glad that the majors are starting to swing back their attention to South Africa, because we had majors here who were so heavily concentrated in South Africa that they looked outward. So they went international, and then they sought certain metals and minerals which put them into other countries, like Anglo looking for copper, so Peru became the situation. They went into fertilizer material and they went to the UK. But they're swinging back into critical metals, and everybody else is seeing South Africa and the lag that has taken place here as a great opportunity. It's also a great opportunity to revive the economy, because you've got thousands of applications for exploration permits that could be granted, that could set our economy going in a very short period. People are saying in 12 months, 18 months, you could really be moving here. So it's all down to the public sector now. They're the ones that are holding everything back, and also the incentivization for exploration, which you get in other jurisdictions. But it looks like finally we're starting to edge towards something that will be meaningful.
Now, world-renowned conservationist Jane Goodall told the Oppenheimer Research Conference that if we continue, with business as usual, we are doomed.
It was very interesting, because here's this world-renowned person coming through on conservation and telling you, if you carry on destroying the wetlands, if you carry on destroying the forests, if you carry on destroying the peatlands, if you just ruin the grasslands the way you're doing it, we're doomed. So it cannot be business as usual, the way we go about things. And that includes mining, of course. It can't be business as usual. A lot of these open pit situations, I think they're going to have to really look at them. Have to concentrate more on underground, doing things very, very well, repairing as you go along. But what was so interesting about this Oppenheimer Research Conference was that, the Minister Pandor, the International Affairs Minister, Naledi Pandor, who's got such a huge science background, she was talking about this draft white paper, which is being brought through now, which is going to try and make sure that when you protect the planet, you also give people a lot of opportunity. They want to have that situation where we can try and be sustainable and then fight poverty and fight inequality and unemployment at the same time, which I think is the way to go. So hopefully that will be the theme of our saving the planet and saving the people at the same time, but in a very different way. You cannot carry on as business as usual as we did in the past. And new methods might even come out of that conference, because sitting there were hundreds of scientists, and this is the 13th time they've had that conference. They're coming up with new ideas all the time. And Nicky Oppenheimer, the Oppenheimer Generations chairperson, he expressed the hope that out of this can come something now, because they've been working at it for a long time.
Lastly, tell us about Southern Palladium's application of a mining right for its 70% owned Bengwenyama PGMs mine.
You see, this is good news again. So here, the people who have got through the exploration network and they've actually explored, you can see how fast they can move in from an exploration phase to a development phase. As we see, Southern Palladium listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange last year, also listed in Australia, but working diligently to confirm up, what is in the ground, and then enabling them to now submit a mining right application, not just for platinum group metals, but they're looking at the copper in the ground, the gold in the ground, the chrome, the nickel, all sorts of other metals and minerals, which is also a good idea. If you're going in once, let's do everything at the same time, I think, which could be the way of not business as usual. But it is encouraging that those who do actually get into exploration, they move into the development phase so fast, and Southern Palladium has proved that.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions at creamermedia.co.za.